Hey, what is going on YouTube? Ronnie's Reviews finally back with another video. I know it's been some time since I've posted a video, a month or two, and I went out of town for 2 weeks or so, and then when I came back in town, I had to go straight back to work and had a lot of stuff to deal with. And like I said in my previous video, I'm not gonna be able to do a bunch of mods at the moment, but I do have some coming in the near future. So make sure you stay tuned for those because those videos will be coming. And I've been thinking about which mod I should do next because I do like doing all the smaller mods, and I do have some of those coming where I'm gonna do some interior stuff that isn't too expensive, something that you could do to your car that only costs, 20, 30 bucks or so. But I am going to do one of the bigger mods, I guess you could say, like air intake or diffuser, something that's more expensive, that's a couple $100 in the near future. So just stay tuned for that because those videos are coming very soon. I plan to have one of those videos this weekend. If not this weekend, then sometime in the next week. But I might have a few cheaper mods that I'm gonna be doing to my car within this next week. So just stay tuned for those videos and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Turn those post notifications on so you can stay updated and get that notification when the next video is out, because I am going to start uploading regularly again. I'm going to try to go for 3 videos a week at least. But before we get into today's video, let's go ahead and get a warm start up. I've been trying to wait for a really cold day to get a true cold startup, because it is going to sound a lot louder than if you just do a normal cold startup when it's warm outside. But Texas, it's almost November and it's still 90 degrees outside. So I've been driving around doing some stuff today, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you a warm startup. And I also have a video about my whole entire exhaust setup. I'm gonna show you everything on the bottom underneath the car, what my exhaust looks like under there, what it's been like having the exhaust for a couple months, and if I like it, if I would change anything, and if it is the best setup for your car. So that video will be coming. But for this video, like I said, before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and get a warm start up and then we can get into the video. All right, now for today's video, as you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail and everything, I have ran into my first official problem in my 2019 Dodge Charger GT, and currently I am at 12,000 miles on speedometer, but I have had this problem before, but I thought maybe the dealership just messed up on something. But thankfully it's not a huge problem or anything. It's just, something minor. And what it is that there is a leak, or what seems to be a leak, in the washer fluid, which is obviously what cleans your windshield whenever you hit the knob and make it, the windshield wipers go like that so you can clean off the windshield and everything. But I first hit this problem, I want to say maybe a month or two, probably 2 months after I got the car, and the little notification popped up saying that the washer fluid was low. And I thought maybe the dealership might have just forgot to fill it up, or maybe I used it more than I thought it was, which I didn't use it that much. And so I just, filled it back up, and it took a huge, gallon size, maybe 2-gallon size washer fluid jug to fill it all the way back up. And I didn't use it that much between the time that I filled it up to the time that it was out again. So I know there's no way I used that much of it. But in less than 2 months, maybe 3 at max, 3 months later, it was back completely empty, and I got the notification again. So there's for sure something going on in there. I don't know if it's a leak or if it's something with the reservoir or the tubes or whatever it is. But I took it to the dealership and I had them look at it, and they checked it under the hood, they checked under the car, they checked all throughout the reservoir, the tubes, everything. They filled it back up and they ran it back through, and they said they couldn't find a leak, which I don't see how that's possible, because I know for a fact that I haven't used that much of the washer fluid. So there's no way that it should be that low again. And it was completely empty twice since I've had it. And I've only had this car since May. So June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. Had this car for 5 months and it's already been completely empty twice. So I know there's a leak in there. I don't see how they didn't find it, but they did tell me that if it happens again, just bring it back and they'll look again, I guess. Because I asked them what happens when I get my car and it's a month or two later and I don't use it at all, and I'm going to try to use it, like literally not at all. I'm not going to turn it once. I don't care if my windshield is completely dirty. I'll go somewhere and have the windshield clean, but I'm not going to use it once. And if it goes back to where it's completely empty again, I asked them what I do then. They said just bring it back and then we'll figure something out. So I said, okay, well, I'm just not going to use it, see what happens. If it goes back to where it's empty again, I'll just bring it back. And I actually had, in the video where I was talking about the 5 things I don't like about this car and how the door panels rattle a little bit, I actually had them look at that as well, because they're saying maybe there's something loose in there, because that door panel doesn't do it. This one does. The one behind it does not. And that one does. And also the little trunk lining up there, that does it as well. So I had them take off the door panels. I had them look inside, see if there's anything that's loose or, you know, that wasn't tightened all the way, and they tightened it back up. And they said they couldn't find anything in that as well. And they told me, well, basically what they told me was that my bass is too loud. And I didn't put any other speakers in here. I do have some subs in my trunk that I have not connected yet, so that doesn't have anything to do with it. And I'm just using the stock speakers, which, like I said, are good speakers and they have really good sound, really good bass, but I don't turn my speakers up all the way. The max level of the volume on my radio is, I think, 38, and I don't go past 16. If I do, I have the windows down, and it's like I don't go past 20 no matter what. So I don't know why it's doing that. They said they couldn't find anything, but what they told me was what I could do is take my car to a aftermarket stereo place and have them look at it. But I was like, what can they do that y'all can't? It's like, I don't know, we just couldn't find anything. We took both door panels off, we looked at it, couldn't find anything. We tightened it back up and it still does it, which it does, but I haven't noticed it as much. So maybe just them taking it off, putting it back on, maybe they tightened it a little bit better. I'm not sure, but it still does it a little bit. So that's the only other thing that bothers me, and it might not bother other people. Like I said, this is a brand new car, so it shouldn't really rattle that much, because there's, you know, it's a brand new car. I don't think it should be rattling. And like I said, I'm not complaining. I'll live with it if I can't fix it, but since it's something I could probably fix, I'm gonna see if I can fix it. But if not, it's whatever, I'll live with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood so we can take a look under there and see if we can notice anything, because like I said, I've tried looking in there before and I couldn't see anything and why it would be leaking, but for some reason it is leaking and I don't know why. If I can get this thing, there we go. And another thing that I noticed, they didn't seal this very well. Like, it's on there because of the little bolts, but like they need to touch this up or put some more adhesive. I have adhesive that I can apply to it to, you know, make that stay, but like I said, it's just another minor thing that I'm complaining about. But this is where the washer fluid goes, and before using it that much, when I first got the car, like I said, after 2 months, this whole thing was completely empty, and that is the whole container right there. Like you can see now it's full because they filled it back up, but it went completely empty, and then I had to use like almost 2 gallons worth of washer fluid to fill it back up, and it was back empty again. So they already went and filled it back up, and like they said, they couldn't see any leakage in anywhere in the engine or nowhere, and I don't see leakage either. But for some reason, this keeps getting empty. Maybe someone's stealing it, I don't know. I mean, if there's no leak, how else is it getting empty, you know? But thankfully, that is the only problem I've had with my car so far. If you haven't seen under the hood of a V6 Charger, the 2019 GTs, here is the engine. I took off the engine cover because I believe the engine looks better without the cover. The cover's kind of whack. I mean, it's just plastic. You've seen all other V6 Charger engine covers. I don't like them that much. I like the look of this a lot better. And like I said, in my next few videos, I'm going to try and get the cold air intake installed and take this, you know, this thing out right here. But that's pretty much it for under the hood right now. I also am very soon going to get the, I don't know if you can see them, but that right there, those are the headers. I'm gonna try and get those replaced. And then other than that, there's really not much else I'm gonna do to it. Maybe long-term future, I'll put a supercharger on here or a turbocharger. I'm not sure which one I want to do yet, but that's not for the near future. That's, you know, way in the future. But another thing I am going to do is I'm going to change the headlights to where they are like a bright white, almost bluish tint, because that's the color of the ring right here. The color of the headlights right now is almost yellowish, and I don't like that. So I'm going to change that to be like the bright white / blue. And it's pretty easy access. It goes in right there. So you're just going to have to, you know, play with that and pull that out, change that out, and then same thing on this side. I might have to take the air intake off, but other than that, that is pretty much it for today. I just want to let y'all know, give you a little update on why there hasn't been as many videos, and obviously let y'all know of that problem that I had. But like I said, thankfully it was just a small problem and it wasn't nothing major. Hopefully I don't have any major problems for a long time. You know, if I couldn't have any major problems and I could just have a flawless car, that'd be perfect. But we don't live in a perfect world, so whenever I do run into my first major problem, of course I'll let y'all know first. Other than that, please make sure you like this video, comment down below on any mods you want me to do, on any thoughts or opinions that you have for my car or anything. One thing that I do want to do on the inside that I thought of today was that instead of changing out these floor mats for red diamond tread stitched floor mats, which I still might do, comment down below what you think, if I should do that, or since my car, I'm thinking of naming it El Diablo, since it is red and black, and then going with like the Diablo edition of the 2019 Dodge Charger GT. I was thinking about getting the Demon logo either spray painted on with fabric paint and having like a little cutout so it perfectly lines up right inside here and has the little Demon logo right here and on that mat, and obviously the back ones, and have that all down there, and maybe like have some red trim going around. Maybe if I have, I know it's a little dirty right now to look at that, but like if I have the Demon logo right here and then have like El Diablo somewhere up on the top, maybe. I don't know, it's just brainstorming ideas. So comment down below any ideas you have on that or anything else to do to my car. Other than that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the post notification bell so you can be notified when I do come out with more videos, because I am going to start uploading a little bit more frequently. But other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next video, alright? I'm out.